Welcome back, my lovelies. Today I'm going grocery shopping at Whole Foods here on Columbus Circle, and I thought I'd take you all along. So let's go.
Feel my heart, it's beat tight. All my body's breathing, it's just you and me. Feel my heart, it's beat tight.
Flowers, delicious smells, bright colors. You experience it all at once here. So there's so much to choose from. It's really easy to get lost here. So today I'm going to share some of my tips for mindful grocery shopping. So tip number one is go in with a plan and stick to it. I have my grocery list here on my phone, and you may notice that yes, a lot of my produce and a lot of my items are actually just simple emojis. I was in a rush, but let's go. Okay, so berries are a great snack, and blueberries specifically are my go-to. They are right over here. Look at them. So I'm going to pop these in the cart, and we're going to go to the veggies and fresh produce section. When it comes to vegetables and fruits, I prefer eating seasonally. So right now, if I'm craving fruit, I usually tend to go for pears. Baked apples are delicious. And the other day I found out that pumpkin is actually also a fruit, and that is definitely a go-to for me, so let's go look for some. We're going to take a few of these organic Fuji apples, and they can be a great dessert in the evening if you bake them with some pecan nuts and drizzle some honey on top. The other day I found out that pumpkin is actually also a fruit, and it's definitely a go-to for me as the colder months of the year start rolling in. So I'm gonna take this one right over here and pop it in. So here we've got the avocado section. Now there are actually different types of avocados. My favorite is the Hass organic avocados. As you can see, their skin is slightly darker and they have a really rich, creamy flavor. And the best way to know if an avocado is good or not is actually by doing the navel inspection. So you just take this little thing, and if it flicks off really easily and it's beautiful and green inside, that means it's ripe and ready to eat. Just look at all of these veggies. They usually take up 40 to 50% of my plate, and I love getting zucchinis. They've got over here. All of it is super fresh, and the best time to shop is actually in the morning. That's when all the fresh produce is actually brought into the store. So that's why we're here at 10 a.m. today. And it's really easy to be creative here, even when just making a simple salad. First of all, most of these come pre-washed already, and just look at all of these different dressings that you can choose from. I know that one of my favorites is the Green Goddess. It's very clean and very, very nice. Fish is on my menu pretty much every single day, and I usually get it here. They have wonderful salmon, and that's the fish I go for every single day. Out of all of these, probably the Mediterranean rubbed salmon fillet would be my choice, as it is the most cleanest one, and I mean, you can see what they put on there. Now we've got the nuts section. Nuts are a great snack because they're very balanced. They're rich in healthy fats, proteins, and even carbohydrates. And some of my favorites are almonds, right over here. These are raw, which is a great option because I usually just take them and wash and roast them myself. I have a great recipe, so you can look out for that in the next video. But then there's also a good option of just simply roasted and unsalted ones right over here. But they can be quite tricky, say if you're stuck in traffic and you have this around. So I like to separate them into little pouches of approximately 12 to 15 almonds. So I'm going to take these. Another one of my favorites are cashews. They're high in iron, so that's great for those with an iron deficiency, which is probably why I sometimes can't stop munching on them. Here. And now walnuts are another powerhouse of a nut. They have the most nutritional value out of any other nut. Probably why they look like a little brain. Olive oil is another pantry staple, and Greece is one of the top 3 oil producing countries in the world. So the Greek extra virgin olive oil is undisputably the highest grade and purest olive oil that you can get. So I'm going to get this one. And when it comes to alternatives, my favorite is avocado oil. It is unrefined and it has a high smoking point, which is great if you're cooking with it. And I usually get avocado oil in the spray version. That way you're saving calories and it's also quick and easy to use instead of just drizzling it all over. So let's grab this one. Now when it comes to grains, a favorite of mine is buckwheat. Well known to many, and this one is the green version, so it's super clean, its nutritional value is exceptional, it's super high in protein, so I always like to have it for breakfast, for lunch, really any time of day. Super versatile. It's so weird to have this mask on, you can't see. Okay, I can take it off for just a sec. And look who's in town! And shopping with me. Ну повернись, скажи людям здравствуйте. Tip number 2, never shop hungry. That way all of these snacks are going to be looking at you, you're going to crave them, and you're going to end up buying way more than you initially planned on buying and spending. So the best way to go is grabbing a snack and actually munching on something healthy or drinking something while you shop, or just eating before you go to the grocery store. Makes sense. Now when it comes to your favorite munchies, Whole Foods has amazing alternatives, from keto cookies, healthy popcorn, protein ice cream, you name it. And of course, sometimes it's very nice to indulge in some of these. Some of my favorites are these keto cups or these dark chocolate peanut butter cups. They're a good alternative. And otherwise, you know, protein cookies are always fun. There's so much. So I guess it really depends on what you like to taste. But I know a favorite and something that I'm going to pick up today, and that is protein ice cream. So let's go into the refrigerator section. I love sweets myself, and one of my favorites is ice cream. But I usually go for Greek yogurt popsicles. This one is flavored as blueberry, and it only has 80 calories per popsicle, which is great because you're able to control your portions that way than just having a huge tub that you want to dig into endlessly. So let's grab these. Tip number 3 is read the labels, because some of these vegan, gluten, sugar-free snacks may actually not be any better than your regular chocolate bar or your regular gummy bears. But these are delicious, by the way, so. And here comes the dairy section. Walking into the dairy section, here it's called the probiotics section, which, yes, makes sense. There's kefir and all of those little goodies, but we're actually going to walk past that because I don't really drink dairy. not a big fan. When it comes to almond milk, I did my fair share of research trying to find the perfect brand, the cleanest brand, but unfortunately most of them still use different gums and ingredients that aren't that natural, but they help to keep the product alive for a longer time so that it has a longer shelf life. So I usually just go for Almond Breeze right over here, which is huge and super heavy, but it lasts a really long time. Another brand that I like is called Califia, whatever. But actually when it comes to the ingredients, they're pretty much the same. The price, I mean, there's a $2 price difference, so I say just get yourself an Almond Breeze and all will be well. The meat section, we're just walking past it confidently. Not a fan. However, I do want to show you guys the kombucha selection that they have here at Whole Foods. It's huge and the flavors are pretty impressive. So let's find it. And voila! All the kombuchas you may want, all of the flavors. It's actually pretty insane how many flavors they have. If I do want something carbonated, I tend to go for kombucha. My go-to is just a simple original kombucha. It has the least amount of sugar, so usually there's about 30 calories per bottle and 2 to 8 grams of sugar. So I'm gonna take this one. But when it comes to flavors, I'd say mango is lovely. This also, Pilot Kombucha, it's a smaller brand, but they have really interesting flavors and the packaging is also fun. So, all the variety, all you may possibly want. Probably the cheekiest section in the store with in-house baked goods, and I must say it's pretty hard to walk past this section. Now on my way out, I can't resist to get my favorite hydrangeas, and they're very beautiful here. Let's get the one on top. Whoop. These are going to stand elegantly in my living room shortly. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. It was a fun little grocery trip, as always. I'm off to check out, and usually the total for a week's worth of groceries comes down to $150. So let's go check out. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in my next video very shortly.